Those fans everywhere, this is for you.
He's at the 20.
They should stop this one.
What you got? Domination, snot bubbles.
He throws, complete, touchdown. They've got him again. They've got him again. Sack Crumpler, what a throw, what a hit, what a catch.
Defense is just way too much for the count.
It's caught by Alshon Jeffrey for a touchdown. He pushes, touchdown. Jalen Hurts, touchdown. A.J. Brown, a run. He's going to score.
It's a touchdown by Nick Foles.
The train is in the end zone. Touchdown.
Torrey Smith in for the touchdown is Jeffrey.
In. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts.
So day 6 is a wrap, and we actually have some Birds players, rookies, and a forgotten UDFA that really have a good chance to make a push for a roster spot. But first, we got to get into the injury updates, which saw Zach Bond with back contusion, tight end E.J. Jenkins with a hamstring, Drew McCouba with a shoulder, wide receiver Devontae Smith, back tightness, and edge Nolan Smith with a concussion. But McCouba was seen active, well, slightly. McCouba was warming up with the DBs, and fortunately, he'll be back by next week sometime or before beginning of the preseason game. And Terrence Marshall was a spectator today, so who knows? After a sustained knee injury in practice Tuesday, that's what that injury was with Terrence Marshall. So hopefully, he'll be back by next week also before the preseason. Now on to the defense. Once again, the rookie from Alabama, Jihaad Campbell, was flying around today, and he's really been having a great start to camp. I can't wait to see Campbell in the preseason, and we know he's hungry to start hitting. And Campbell so far has been putting together a good camp. He was reportedly getting snaps at the edge rusher position, and he blew up Ben Van Sumeren when Sumeren tried to block Campbell on a run play, which caused BVS to get up a little hobbled with the leg injury. And according to Eagles insider Jeff Kerr, Campbell had to really dial it back a bit today in camp. And after really getting after it, hitting some of the offensive guys really hard during and before and after the play, I personally love the intensity, and I can't wait. I'm honestly hyped for the regular season.
Yeah, really excited for him. It's been fun competing against him. Great dude. He's funny. He talks to you a lot. He asks questions. But, I mean, he's got everything you want from a linebacker. He's big. He's tall. He's strong. He's fast. He flies around and likes to hit. So, no, I'm really excited to see where he continues to go from here. And, I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
And Smile Munden was putting in work with the second team, and I have a really good feeling about Munden. I hope he can find a spot on the defense. Another player I can't wait to see in the preseason, and Munden most likely will be on the special teams. I'll most likely keep an eye out for him. I'm hyped to see him, to see what Munden has in his bag this year. And speaking of hype, Jelix Hunt is showing up once again in practice, and I honestly sound like a broken record, right? But my favorite player here has really been turning up and turning on the heat. And Jordan Davis got a sack, and Davis with the 26-pound weight loss has really been getting after it. Hopefully the pass rush improvement from JD can seep into the regular season, and he'll get the contract that I spoke about in prior videos. Pick 6, RICKS caught an interception on Jalen Hurts over Saquon Barkley, and he reportedly had a big beginning of camp. Eli Ricks has really slid down the roster, though, in the last year and a half. And he was one of the guys that even our GM, Howie Roseman, had vouched for coming out of the camp. And Howie had a ton of belief in this guy. And we remember when Ricks was the young talent in the secondary, when the Birds were coming out of the offseason in 23. And Ricks has been getting some reps in the first team defense and nickel packages. So we'll probably just maybe get to see him in the preseason as well. Let's just hope for the best for Pick 6 RICKS. And cornerback Adoree Jackson has started with the first teams once again over Kelee Ringo, but Kelee Ringo was getting beat on some slant passes, man. It's been really bad for Ringo in camp. Now, I wouldn't say bad. Let me take that back. I wouldn't say bad. I would just say it's been up and down for Ringo, because he did get a great stop on Johnny Wilson in the red zone today, day 6 in camp, and also got his hands on a pick but couldn't keep it in his grab, so it really wasn't a pick according to Brandon Lee Gowton. So he's been having an up and a down, hit and a miss training camp this season. Hopefully it's just the training camp, and when he gets on the field in live games, if he gets on the field in live games, that Kelee Ringo can show out and shine in the NFL in regular season games. I honestly do think he'll get his opportunities in regular season, probably in the preseason also, but I want to see Ringo have a better camp this season. Now, the offense in practice has been really slow to begin camp, according to Tim McManus. The production has slightly dropped, but let's remember Smitty is out with the concussion, and there's been some conversation in Philadelphia that the starters should get a couple of reps in the preseason to prevent another slow start in the regular season. I can honestly agree. I'm not against it. But let's remember the defense that Hurts and the boys would have to play in the preseason games would be third team, maybe second team guys. Wouldn't be much competition. Some competition, but not much. But nonetheless, I can agree that the starters should get some reps next week. But if Sirianni decides not to, then I'm okay with that also. But what do you think? Should the Birds start in the preseason or no? Let me know down below. And we also got promising performances from some of our UDFAs. Will they make the roster? Probably not, but it was good to see that they have been improving in camp. Also, guys like Montrell Johnson Jr., who Andrew DeCecco said saw a smattering of first-team reps in the Florida product, has exhibited solid contact, balance, and vision in his opportunities and offers potential value as a kick runner. Keep an eye on him this preseason. And another undrafted free agent, Shonderick Powell, who ripped off a long run shaking off a defender before accelerating through the hole on Tuesday. Powell found pay dirt twice. Now, like I said, will they make the roster? Probably not, but just good to see some UDFAs doing pretty good in practice, and that practice squad may be something you might want to look at come this season. Now, training camp was very short today, but it had a lot of news coming out of there, and most of it was about the UDFA Eli Ricks, and I really want to know, how do you guys feel about Eli coming into this season, preseason? Will he get a chance to make a push for a roster spot on that cornerback room? In the cornerback room, we have Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson fighting for that one spot. And I think Eli may be able to make a push, even though it's getting kind of late and we're entering the preseason. Eli could show up in the preseason and really make a push. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe to Eagles Centric. Joint practice is right around the corner. Preseason is now here, and football is back. So go subscribe now to Eagles Centric to get your latest Eagles topics, news, and even more, like jerseys, of course, home or away. Once we get to 2,000 subscribers, giving away to you and Eagles tickets for your liking, of your liking. Doesn't matter, whatever you like. You know the routine. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Be blessed. Go Birds.